Hey guys, Pie Guy Rules here, and, well, we're back with another topic of discussion. Today's topic is something incredibly rude, more specifically, Dexter's rude removal. Before I make comment on the topic, I just want to mention I'm back here at my dorm room, so the acoustics are probably horrible, the lighting's actually not too bad, but the backdrop is definitely not as nice. I'm going to be working on what I can use as a set here. Maybe I'll shoot against my bed or something. But for right now, let's get into the real topic of the day. Dexter's rude removal. Yeah. Okay, so story behind this, I mentioned it in the Dexter DVD review, but a long time ago, I don't believe it was actually a pilot, I misspoke there, but early on in the run, the creators of Dexter's Lab made an episode that was never intended to air, where it had Dexter and Dee Dee cursing like sailors. And that's about all you need to know. It wasn't ever released except for like at one convention once under like closed doors and hushed lips. And then recently, Adult Swim was like, "Hey, you guys want to see this?" And everyone on Twitter was like, "Heck yeah!" And so Adult Swim, after like waiting a month, like they delayed this by like a month or two. Eventually, they put it online. So that's the story behind that. What did I think of the episode? It was okay. It was so weird to see like a new episode of Dexter's Lab. But I was actually surprised. I thought, because there were no video clips on this before it was released, I was really surprised it was a full episode. I thought it was just going to be like, an animatic, or, maybe it wouldn't have the right voice actors, maybe it'd have stand-ins or something like that. I thought it was just kind of a rough thing that they cobbled together. But no, this is a fully animated, fully voice-acted, fully produced episode of, like, 7 minutes of Dexter's Lab. And that was cool, and the plot played out. It played out like a regular Dexter's Lab episode. It's like, Dexter Dee Dee quarrel, they get into one of Dexter's machines, bad stuff goes down, they cause a problem, they go and try to solve it, and they do, but then they get punished in the end. Yeah, it plays out fairly normally. The only abnormal stuff is the fact that on the title card, Dee Dee is flipping you the bird, and Dexter is mooning you. And then throughout the episode, they curse, which was censored. Yeah, from what I hear, and I can't be certain, but from what I hear, the original episode was uncensored. When they showed it the one time, it was recorded with cursing and all. But when Adult Swim put it on YouTube and online, completely censored. It even sounded like Dexter was going to use the word crap, and that was censored. He may have been going for a worse vulgarity, but if it was crap, that's incredibly odd, considering they actually said crap on the show once, which I never considered to be a bad word growing up, but that's just the way I was raised. So yeah, the episode's alright. It's not horrendous, it's your average Dexter's Lab episode, and that was cool to see it. However, I disagree with the censorship. Okay. I kind of see, if it is censored, if it is indeed, I kind of see where they're coming from, in that, Dexter's Lab, it's a kid's show, and you don't want kids seeing something, you don't want kids seeing the main character cursing up a storm or anything like that. That's very imitatable, and such. But, I don't know, here's what I think Adult Swim should have done. Not put it online, online where kids can easily get to it. Put it at 3 o'clock in the morning, uncensored, or at least just have the really harsh curse words that you can't say on television, censored or whatever. If it's a television standards and practices thing, it really shouldn't be, because you can say most things at 3 o'clock on Adult Swim. But yeah, put it up mostly uncensored. And if any parents complain, if any, that their kids watch, tell them not to let their kids watch Adult Swim at 3 o'clock in the morning. No adult should be letting their kid watch TV at 3 in the morning on a consistent basis. I think that would have been a much better solution. Because what's even really the point of airing the episode without the cursing? That's kind of what made the episode. That's why it wasn't released. That's what made it so interesting and so fascinating. I'm glad I saw it, and I'm glad that they put it up even in one version, even though it was censored. But I feel like they handled it a little bit strangely for Adult Swim. But hey, it's cool that we got it. It's cool to see these characters brought to life once more. And it's actually a little bit surprising in that you could literally replace the curse words with like pseudo curse words like dumb, stupid, jerk face. You could use like childish insults in place of them, and the episode would have worked. I'm surprised they didn't do that and just prop it up as an episode. I wonder who paid for this. It's fully animated, like I said. It's just a little bit bizarre that they wouldn't use it. You'd think they would, but hey, what do I know? Check it out for yourselves. It's on YouTube, and I can recommend it to kids because it's all censored. I mean, I could understand putting up a censored version on YouTube, but at least just air it once at like some ridiculous hour on on Adult Swim, and no one could be offended. You air a lot worse, Adult Swim. All right, don't be getting all censorship issues with me. But this could all be a moot point. It's incredibly possible that the original recording just didn't have the curses in it, and the bleeps were just added. But whatever. Even still, actually, it's like I said, I could recommend this to kids. Honestly, you probably could have put it on Cartoon Network as is with the censors, and just have it fine. Because I mean, you'd have to censor the title card because again, title card flipping off and mooning. But other than that, with the censor, it just kind of plays out like that SpongeBob episode with the cursing, where instead of cursing, you just hear the dolphin noises. Like, if they had just replaced it with, like, I don't know, done the old gag where, like, a horn's honking every time they go to say a bad word or something like that, it would have worked. And it's pretty much fully bleeped, too. You can't, due to context, you can kind of tell which word they were going to use, but you don't get really, like, bleeping. You don't get like F bleep. It's just kind of, Mom, you're a bleep. I don't know. It strikes me as a little bit odd. Some people were speculating that Adult Swim promised to show this to us, and then Cartoon Network kind of had second thoughts and was like, maybe we don't want one of our most famous kid shows having this episode out there. And so some sort of compromise had to be reached. That's what some people speculate. I don't know. But yeah, check it out for yourselves. Pie Guy Rules.